Coming up on iPads in the Classroom, note-taking and study apps for college students. Welcome to iPads in the Classroom. I'm Taylor Olson, and today we're talking about note-taking and study apps for college students. We're going to talk about 5 apps today, 3 for note-taking and 2 for studying. The first app we're going to visit is Notes for iPad. And Notes is very simple. I use this for taking notes in the classroom just because I like how simple it is. And the way that I organize it is I have OneNote for each class. And as the days go on, I just put the date in and take notes for whichever day that is. So here we have for an English class I'm taking. And you can see that if you write the date in this format, it is hyperlinked so you can connect immediately to your calendar or create an event in your calendar. You can also type in email addresses like we saw in this note and websites that will also be linked, so when you click on it you have the option of going to the website that it's visiting. The next note-taking app we're going to look at is Evernote, which we've talked about a few times on iPads in the Classroom. And Evernote is organized by notebooks. So we have notebooks here. I have a notebook for each class. Within the notebooks you can create individual notes for each class that immediately saves the date, the time, and can also save the location of where you took the notes at. If we visit a specific note, we can share the note by clicking this box button. When you're taking notes, some nice qualities about Evernote are you can insert graphics that are saved to your photos. You can also take audio notes by clicking the microphone and it's recording, and when you're finished and you click done, it saves it. Finally, if you click on the information icon, you can edit which notebook your note appears in. You may tag it, because if you tag your assignments, I'll show you that in just a second, you can see them by the tags that they have. And again, it'll show you the time and location information of when you created the note. If I go to my tags booklet, I can see that I have one project listed, and then I can see my assignments or my notes that I'm taking. The final note-taking app we're going to visit today is In Class, which we visited last time on organizational apps, and one of the other functions that In Class serves is as a note-taking device. The nice thing about taking notes in Class is that it organizes your notes automatically by class that you're taking. So in SPED 415, I made up some notes, and I can also take audio notes while I'm working. I can edit the notes that I have already made, or I can create a new note for this class by clicking Add a Note. I can select a course automatically from my list, title it, and begin typing away. You can select a file to share from your iTunes file sharing if you happen to use that, add photos from your photo account. Finally, to share this device, you click on the cloud in the bottom and you can share via email, Facebook, or export it to your computer. The last 2 apps we're going to visit today are studying apps, and the first is Study Blue. In Study Blue, you create decks or you can import them from the Study Blue website to your account, so you can access them on your iPad. When you're studying in Study Blue, it tracks your progress. So if I'm going to flip cards to study German terms, and I flip it, and let's say I didn't know this was frog, I did know this was book, parrot, oh that's ant. I need, and to buy, and to believe. I only missed one. It'll calculate your performance on the application, and because I missed one, and I only had 7 cards, I'm now 85%. To bring that percentage back up to 100, you must get each of the cards right 3 times in a row. And when that happens, I won't go through and do the whole thing again, your progress will be up to 100%. If we're already at 100% and you happen to get one wrong when you're reviewing again, that percentage goes down. So you can monitor your performance while you're studying. Our notes are organized in backpacks. So if you share in a class on the Study Blue website, if your class is shared on that website, you can add yourself to the class, and if any study information is created by class members or the professor, you can save those materials to your account so you can practice. And again, you can flip the cards. You can also review as a sheet, although reviewing this way doesn't track your progress. The final study app we're going to visit today is Flashcards, and the Flashcard app works by adding decks. You can create your own deck. You can also search decks through Course Hero or Quizlet, which are websites that other individuals upload decks to. When you're studying, we have check marks to see which cards you'd like to include while you're studying. These are all to learn. If you click on this, you can start studying right away, and by swiping across the page, you can flip the card to see the answer. If you get the card correct, you can put a green check mark by clicking the check mark button. Once you flip it, you can click the green check mark button to show that you've gotten that correct. So then when you're viewing again, when we go back to Chapter 8, we can see that the only one we've visited and gotten correct is the allowance for doubtful accounts. Today on iPads in the Classroom, we talked about some note-taking apps and study apps for students. Thank you for watching.